You ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Squad. I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't come close to her. If you with your gang, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 2, episode 9 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, absent host as of lately, Dick Reed, along with my brother and co-host Trey Reed. How you doing tonight, man?
Man, you already know, man. Pretty good, pretty good. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing a lot better, I guess I should say. Obviously, we've been gone for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you picking it up. Another shout out to Fozzie Lero, my boy Fozzie. He always loves coming on the show, and we love having him on. Went through some things, personal things.
Yeah.
But I'm back, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Like I said, we was all dealing with some stuff and, stuff getting busy, schedules getting all out of whack, but we here now, man. You know what I'm saying? Show must go on.
Most definitely, man. And speaking of those personal things, I'm gonna give a little moment of silence right now for my near and dear friend. It's like a sister to me, and you as well, Jennifer Rose Garrett. She lost her life earlier this year. So I'll give a little moment of silence right here. In her honor, there will be a golf tournament here in town. It's going to be at North Ridge Country Club. It'll be on October 25th, 2021, 11:30 a.m. registration, 1 p.m. shotguns. There will be awards. This will be a 4-man scramble, $400 cash, $400 per team, and there will be some cash prizes. So make sure you guys get out, get your team together, and do something good for a good cause. It's going to be going out to domestic violence awareness. And I wish you could come in town and play with me, man. I want to get in it.
Man, I know, man. When I first saw it, I was like, she's going to be on a Saturday because I figured the golf tournament going to be either Saturday or a Sunday. And then when I looked at it, I was like 25th. Looked at my calendar. So Monday, I'm like, I might not be able to make that one. So I don't know, still some time to figure some stuff out. But the way work going and how we got everything moving around and just a busy part of the year, I might not be able to make it to the crib.
Exactly. But even if you can't, obviously, I know if we could, we would play. And obviously, I know we're going to do our part by donating or whatever we have to do from the RTL, obviously from the Reed family. And we're definitely going to do that for Jen.
For sure.
But man, what you been up to, bro?
Man, you already know, man. I've been out there in the woods, man, in a tree stand, dude. It's been a lot of my buddies been telling me, bro, it's too hot to go. It's too hot out there. And I'm like, shit, the deer don't know it's hot. So, I've been out there and I've been out several times, man, and seen a couple doe, but nothing within range. And then this weekend, bro, I got out, went out to Chamberlain, and they got a little walk-in area that's right by the White River. As soon as I walk in, I see 9 doe out of the middle of this field. So I'm like, get my Onyx map out. Shout out to Onyx Maps. Figuring out a way, I'm going to work my way around the river, come back up on a tree line, and hopefully ambush them.
Yeah.
After crawling on my knees for about 120 yards, I said, they can have it. So then I got up, and there's a cornfield. So I was walking around that cornfield, and as I get around one of the bends, I see this doe looking at me. So she shoots off to the left. So I get right in behind her, and there's like a road, and then it goes down into this little gully. So I get in the gully, and I see 3 doe through the trees in this field. So I go over, and I'm thinking they gonna hear me. Yeah. But I find one of their trails through the woods that's been it's been broke down. Ain't no branches on it. They constantly walk it. So I'm walking their own path to get to them.
Yeah.
So I'm quiet, stealthy, get there on this tree, and I sit there. And I watch them for about an hour and a half. So they started making their way towards me, and now I'm getting antsy because I ain't took a shot all year long, and it's not even all year. It's only been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So the biggest doe out there, she get about 65 yards from me. Now I'm on my knees and I'm kind of in a gully, but I'm like, I'm gonna take this shot. Took it, missed her low. She kind of ran away. Ranger 70 yards. Took a 70-yard shot, still missed low. I'm like, I never even practiced my shots from my knees, so it is what it is. Lost 2 arrows. I'm done. So I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? Shoot, I'm gonna shoot over the winter because I know I got a tree stand over there. I know I'm gonna get something,
Yeah.
So I get there about 12 o'clock, sit in the tree, and I don't see nothing. Fall asleep, wake up about 3 o'clock, nothing. Sitting on my phone, nothing. 6 o'clock hit, and here come 2 doe walking down the path. I'm like, y'all about to get the business because I've been sitting here way too long.
Yeah.
So they get about 17 yards in front of me. They sitting there eating on the turnips. Man, I knock an arrow, go back, let that joker fly. Pow! It found his home, baby. She
Found
took
his home.
off. She took off. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First I didn't think I hit her because she just stood there. Then she just walked off, disappeared. So I get down about 30 minutes later. As I go to look for her, I see a doe jump out. And I'm like, oh, snap, that's her. So the same arrow, because I only had 1 arrow left. So it's the same arrow that I just shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before it was still good. So I knocked it. I had it knocked already just in case she wasn't dead yet. I was going to put her down. See the jump up. I'm like, oh, that's her. So I boom, right in the kisser. Drop. So I go up, look for blood. I see, well, this is a doe here. Oh, snap. That's another doe. So 2 doe, I had 2 tags, so it was 2 archery tags. So it was I was well in my legal bounds to take 2 deer, but then I thought, damn, I gotta carry these jokers out myself.
Exactly. I was just about to say, how was that process? Because rewind back to myself and you dragging deer out of the woods, it wasn't too pretty, So how was that process?
No, so I prepared for that. So I got a this little harness wraps around my shoulders and my waist, and it's got a string to it. So I just tied it around the neck, and I can basically pull it out like I'm pulling a tire.
Yeah,
them thighs are still burning. Them thighs are still burning.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying. I got her out, and then I went over and got Bruce, got the gator, and I just drove around, threw him in the back. Bruce hung him up for me. Got him all sprayed out. Now, for all you know, I do not drive any kind of pickup truck or nothing like that. I drive a 2020 GMC Terrain, but as in dreaded archer fashion, by any means necessary. So I put a tarp in the back. me and Bruce threw them deer in the back of that Terrain. I covered them up with some ice. I put ice in the chest cavities. I wrapped them jokers up. Hit it back to Sioux Falls.
I got my money and I was gone. Hey man, but yeah, hey, that's love right there though. That's good, and I'm proud of you, bro. I'm excited to come. Now that really got me ready. Matter of fact, let's make me think of something. Hold up.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, man. So deer season is in full swing here in South Dakota, actually around the country. So if you got any kind of interest in going out and hunting, I highly advise go to or if you in a state like Texas, Arkansas, go to Walmart, get you a tag. If you need a bow, go find somebody with a bow or go buy one. If you need a gun, go find somebody with a gun and go get one and go out and hunt. Because let me tell y'all something. They don't recall deer meat. Deer meat don't get recalled at the grocery store.
Hey, look here. For everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Shout out. Look, actually, I'm really not ready because I
still got the tags.
But hey, look here. I'm telling you right now, you see the hair. I got it. I got the dreadies coming in. I got the dreads coming in. I got the brand new bow. Appreciate y'all for my birthday right here. This is my birthday present. This ain't no guitar, baby. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm ready to get out there, bro. I'm ready to get out there. I really haven't had a weekend at all. I really haven't had a weekend at all to get some time in the woods or anything like that, bro. But I'm stupid excited. When you called me, actually, I was up in Colorado. When you called me, didn't see any big game up there. It was kind of disappointing. But when you called, you showed me that video, bro. The rest of the time, I was just like, holy.
It's
I
time.
gotta get out there. I gotta get out there. Plus, I want to get my first harvest with a bow.
Yep, that was my first harvest with a bow, and I just happened to get two with one arrow, man.
Exactly. That's the way it goes down, though. That's kind of how it was when I came. My first time coming out there, we knocking deer down like crazy out there. I waited forever to get my first one, but everybody else was knocking deer down like crazy.
Yep.
So that's kind of how it happens with us out there in the woods, man.
Oh yeah,
like it was meant to be out there.
Oh yeah, a deer camp gonna be fun this year, man. Well, we not staying at the same hotel with our homie, you know what I'm saying? We don't know if we're gonna be in that same room now. We got a different place, so it's gonna be fun. Hey, bro, your mic, pull your mic away a little bit. Yeah,
you might be. I'm over here probably huffing and puffing.
Yeah,
yeah. But we got a couple things to cover tonight. It's been a long time since we've been on the pod, man, and let's just go ahead and hop into it. And where most people are watching us tonight, the Facebook outage. Let everybody know what happened with the Facebook outage. Hopefully, we don't get cut off in there, but let everybody know about the Facebook outage and what caused it.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I wake up. Monday morning, you know what I'm saying, and I'm scrolling through Facebook. Everything working good, so. You know, Sunday, I killed my deer. I'm like, okay, I need to post it up, let the Dreaded Archer family know, saying we got one in the books. I go to post on Facebook, nothing. It won't load up or nothing. Then, you know what I'm saying, I go on Instagram, not loading up. I'm like, man, what's going on? So I figured it's my internet. I'm messing up. So I continue to go to work on everything. I get home, it's still not working. I'm thinking, all right, something's up. So of course, it's weird that in order to figure out what's going on in the world, you got to hop on. I never thought to get on CNN or MSNBC, done like that. Let me go on Twitter. I ain't been on Twitter in forever, so let me go on Twitter and see what's going on. You know, boom, I see all these memes. Now Twitter king for the day because Facebook is down.
Yeah.
And what happened is, I guess a whistleblower came out and she uncovered some stuff that Facebook has been doing behind the scenes when it comes to giving people's information out. When it comes to basically manipulating the algorithm to get people to move a certain way. So while she's on the news, kind of defending this stuff, Facebook just shuts down.
Yeah.
And I guess I read this morning, Mark Zuckerberg lost like $7 billion during that 6 hour period they were down. And I'm thinking, dang. And of course, he didn't lose $7 billion out of his bank account.
Yeah.
It's just like potential earnings he could have made during that hour.
Yeah.
So, that begs, people were lost for a while. And to me, that's like a test. Like, if social media were to go down, how would people react? And you saw for 6 hours, people were going crazy. People did not know what to do.
Most definitely. But I think that's kind of like the second time, I guess you could say, here recently that we've seen that at least the United States and kind of the world, we're not ready for something dramatic to just happen to us. Whenever the virus came around and stores were having shortages of toilet paper and shortages of meat and things like that, we saw how we reacted. We saw how the world and how the United States reacted to that. We freaked out, and we were on the verge. We felt like we were on the verge of collapse, and everybody panicked. Everybody went crazy. Well, right. Something as small as an app on this thing right here going down caused everybody to panic because it was so sudden. Boom! Why is it not working? Why is it not working? You know what I mean?
People couldn't get their news.
Exactly.
People, some people use social media to get their daily gratification, just to know that they alive. They want people to recognize them. They wasn't getting that.
Facebook famous.
Facebook famous. You
also companies.
Yeah, companies.
Small businesses.
Companies can get their ads out. There's influencers they couldn't make their money for the day because they can't post. And you know what I'm saying? I've been a part of a company where you post for them and ads and stuff, and they give you a little bread, but you got to post between these time periods. You can't post now; you're not getting paid. So a lot of stuff got messed up, and to me, even though it's Facebook was down and it's Facebook's loss, they kind of end up winning because now they did a little social experiment saying, what will people do without us?
Yeah.
And if I'm Mark Zuckerberg, I'm saying, you saw how people went crazy in that 6 hours we were closed and we were down with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. Now we're gonna start charging y'all cats. If y'all really want to be on Facebook, now we're gonna start charging. You're gonna pay a monthly fee to get on Facebook.
You think? You think that's where it's headed?
If I'm Mark Zuckerberg, that's what I'm doing. Because guess what? What else you gonna go to?
Exactly.
I own the top 2 social media networks in the world. So what? You gonna go to Twitter?
But does charging? I was just about to say that. Does charging open up the door for another content creator? If let's just say Mark Zuckerberg comes out tomorrow and he goes, okay, hey, $5.99 a month for Facebook. Boom, that's it. If you can't pay your account, you're just like a cell phone. If you don't pay your bill, it gets shut off. Once you pay, you have access to call and text again or whatever. So now, boom, it's $5.99 for Facebook. Another content creator comes up with a much weaker app. Let's just say he just comes up with an app where you can just, it's back to the basics of Facebook. You can just post your status, but it's free.
No, it won't work anymore because it's like
eventually you have time.
No,
I feel like it will give you time. You can go ahead and put your little small app out there, and it will give you time to add to it. Because look how many people aren't going to pay $5.99.
Yeah, but also you think about how many people that's going to pay $5.99. Do you want to go to the club that's already got a customer base, or you want to go to this new spot and you don't know how many people going to be there? I want to be where the billions of people are. There's billions and billions of people on Facebook.
I just think it would make a status of who you are. So like people who can afford $5.99 a month will have Facebook, and that's where Facebook will stay, and they'll do that. And Facebook's not going to get really hurt, and people won't be really hurt. And the people who can't afford it are going to go somewhere else. They have to. And then the people who can't afford it may just be funnier. The people who can't afford it might have better conversation. The people who can't afford it might not have very many rules over there.
Yeah, but here's the thing. All these social media platform companies, they all homies. They all in bed together.
Yeah.
So if Mark Zuckerberg say we charging $4.99 for Facebook, and it's gonna be, and then another $10.99 if you want Facebook and Instagram, and they be like, hey, Twitter, y'all hop on the same page. We all can make this money. Because we did the legwork. We know I did the research and figured out. Well, not research, but we just happened to stumble across. These people need us. They rely on Facebook for their news, their social status.
But what about the people like me? I don't know how many people there are like me. But what about the people like me who had no idea that Facebook even shut down?
I'm saying
there's a lot. There may be a lot of people like that out there too. So I think
it's a small percent of people that didn't know.
I think charging. I'm not gonna say it will necessarily hurt Facebook, but I do think a lot of people will find something else because there are just people out there who flat out cannot afford it, even if it's $5.99 a month. What about a kid? Think about every teenager that has it. Every family everybody in the family has.
That's where Facebook, man, dude, them people are smart over there. So this is what they would do. If you between the ages of 5 and 18, it's free. Once you hit 18, bro, you gotta pay. Once you hit 19 or once you 18, you gotta pay. So 5 to 17, you free. 18, you're an adult, your ass gotta pay.
I hear it. I mean, it could happen, and I just think people will find another way to Facebook. or social media. People will find another way to do it.
I mean,
Because-
people are trying now and it's not working.
Because it's free. Because Facebook is free. Yeah, if I can be on Facebook, if I can drive a Lamborghini for free, I'm not gonna go drive that Accord over there.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, like Facebook, they work with Google, and Google owns probably 95% of the world's servers. So all I can say is, don't let anybody come up with any kind of platform. There are gatekeepers to this shit. To this, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you too, but they got a price too. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Things that, and they can make money off of this other site. While they're telling Facebook, yeah, we got your back, we scratching you. They can make a whole nother market over here with these guys as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's gatekeepers to everything, and a lot of people bring up, the gatekeepers this and the gatekeepers that. Yes, there are gatekeepers to things, but if you're a gatekeeper, you're 9 times out of 10 dirty. You're dirty.
Yeah, you got to line your pockets.
Exactly. So if I can do something for you, you're gonna help me out because it's gonna do something for you. You don't care about hurting him. Yeah, we're gonna tell him we're not gonna let nobody else on these servers. Oh, we don't know how they got on. We don't know how they got on.
Yeah.
Or tell him or tell him a different way to get on without going through y'all. It can be done, and I think if Facebook starts charging, what up to my boy Cam? By the way, man, shout out to Cam, the super producer. Texas Gunner Game Day. But if you start charging for the book, people are going to find another way to get their rocks off on the social media.
Yeah,
it's too easy.
It's too easy, but like I said before, do you want to go where you know there's people at? Because a lot of people, you done built a huge platform. You built a huge. I'm giving you a prime example. Right now, YouTube is free, right?
Right.
YouTube is free, but there are content creators out there that are constantly having to redo their channels because they keep getting their stuff taken down because YouTube don't allow what they talking about.
Yeah.
So you've had companies, platforms like DLive that tried to do the whole, they were the new alternative to Facebook. It's kind of the wild, wild west over here. You can talk about whatever you want. That didn't take off. Then you got is it Bitchwood or BitchTube? But it's not spelled the way y'all think it is.
Yeah.
That never took off.
Yeah, I understand that. Those guys aren't taking off only because Facebook is free. Instagram is free.
No, but the reason they're not taking off is you've had guys like Steven Crowder who went over to, oh my gosh, what's that other platform? It's the platform that they had for the conservatives when all of them were leaving Facebook. I mean YouTube. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a platform that they went over. That was hey, all conservatives that can't speak their mind on YouTube, come over here. Yeah, they went over there, but you got 500,000 followers on YouTube. You go over this platform, you got no subscribers, and it's hard to get them people over there because they don't.
It's hard to get those people over there because they can go and watch everybody else for free over here. And that was still free too. The thing is, I know they're both free.
It's hard to move people from one spot to another. It's like when you at a nightclub.
He's moving them for you though. That's what I'm saying. It is hard to move people from one spot to another. But if you have somebody moving them for you, it's a wrap. So the nightclub example, I have 2 nightclubs right beside each other. One might be across the street. Okay, the one across the street is kind of trash. Nobody really goes to it. Everybody goes to this one every Friday, Saturday night. It's bumping. Inside the bumping club, all the security guards walking around say, "Hey, give me $20 right now, or get the fuck out." I guarantee you that night, that club across the street gonna be bumping. I promise you. No matter what, just because for the simple fact that I'm not paying you. I've been doing this. I've been going to this club for so long and being in here all night without paying extra, so I'm not gonna pay it now. I've been on Facebook all my life since I was. I've been on Facebook all my life, and now I have to pay $5.99. I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. We say, tell the cab driver where you're going. Everybody knew what Ray's Boom Boom Room is.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, man. But I think that's just simple how we are as a people, how we are as humans. I've been doing it this way so long that a simple change, like you see it all the time with little simple changes and rules, how people go berserk. Like literally, let's just say say mask. A restaurant or a store requires you to wear a mask. How many videos have you seen of people absolutely flipping because they have to put on a mask for 5 minutes when they walk into their store?
They flip, but guess what they do? They'll put that mask on and complain, but they'll still sit down and eat.
Unless there's somewhere else that doesn't. Unless there's somewhere else you've seen it and you heard it and you've seen it and heard it. If there's somewhere that doesn't require a mask, they boomed during the mask stuff. They boomed. Yeah. People went there just because you didn't have to put a mask on, like that made their store better or something. Or your food was. I'm letting you know right now, if you was that restaurant, your food was still trash. people just come in there because they didn't have to have on a mask just to prove a point.
Just make a point, yeah. Just make a point. I don't know. I mean, that's just that's something that could potentially happen. But in serious note, that did let Facebook know that they got more power than they realized. Well, I think they actually realize it now. Like they got more power. Like
I agree.
We kind of run this because, like I said, people go to Facebook for the news. It used to be if you didn't hear it on the news, you didn't know it didn't happen. Now it's I didn't see it on Facebook.
Facts. But how many people actually watch the news?
Nobody watches news anymore because they get their news from Twitter and Facebook.
And I think that's wild. But that's what I'm saying. Even with all that power, I think Facebook did realize that they have a lot of power, or a lot more power than maybe they even thought. Which that's crazy to even think about. But I just think if they put a price on it, it's a wrap.
I don't think so. I think people will, like I said.
No, I take that back.
They'll complain. They'll complain, but I think people gonna find a way. They'll find a way to pay for it.
Yeah, certain people will pay. A lot of people will pay. Facebook will still be here. It's not going to go away. It's not going to be like, oh, everybody's leaving, so now they failed. That's not going to happen. But people would definitely find a different way to do it because everybody can't. Jordan Moses comes on. He says, there's no need to charge when there's plenty of people paying to boost their posts to get more likes every single post. They make plenty of money off the ads as well, so they don't see them charging to have access. They would lose me for sure. And I think they would lose a lot of people. I agree with you. Facebook is making a lot of money, but the rich get richer. They want more. I mean, it's Zeke, baby. You know what I'm saying? They want that. So that I don't think they care about how much money they make off ads, Mobley. I just think that if they were going to, they realize they can charge, so they will. I think that's what Trey's saying.
Always. Yep. If they sit in a meeting and say, you know what, let's just test it. Because they'll do the same thing. The Netflix thing. Netflix used to be $5.99. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, let's see how long we can do $5.99. And then everybody start paying it. $5.99, cool. Let's bump the joke up to $6. It's only a penny. Cool. Then now Netflix damn near $15. And now
they lost a lot of people too, though.
Well, now because you got a ton of platforms now that's since the pandemic kind of messed up.
But how did those platforms get on? That's what I'm saying. How did those platforms get on? Now because Facebook went. I mean, because Netflix.
No, not even that. It's not even that. It's because one, they looked at. You got Netflix and everybody watching everything on Netflix. All right, cool. Now, if I'm Disney, I come out with Disney Plus. You're not going to Netflix to watch anything a Disney movie. You're gonna come to my platform. And then when Disney went off and did their thing, then HBO said, "Well, hell, we HBO. We owned by Warner Brothers. So any kind of Warner Brothers project and HBO, that's gonna be on HBO Plus or HBO Max.
HBO Go.
HBO right?
Max.
Yeah. Then you got Paramount. Paramount came out with their own thing. So now all these different not channels, but all these different media companies are saying we're gonna have our own streaming platforms. Now you get on Netflix, what do you see? It's full of anime, Korean style, Korean based movies, and Netflix originals.
Yeah.
you don't really see big name or old big name movies, but that's it. So everybody kind of got their own thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, let's just say that Netflix stayed $5.99 because a lot of that stuff happened later. I think Hulu came in the picture and a certain and like Quibi or whatever came in.
Hulu came to they came to take customers from cable network.
I know, but I'm just saying they ended up stealing a lot of people from Netflix because they came in at a low price. You could have everything on Hulu at first. You could have everything on Hulu for little or nothing.
Right.
Because they just wanted to get people in. And they did because at that same time, Netflix was raising theirs up. So was that Quibi. They wouldn't even be around right now if Netflix would. I know for sure because they trash. So they wouldn't even be around right now if Netflix wouldn't have started raising their price. So I'm not saying that raising their price would kill Netflix because obviously Netflix is still around. But I'm just saying it opened up the door for people like Hulu.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And if they would have stayed at $5.99, who knows what it is right now? You know what I'm saying? Because they also lost a lot of when Hulu first hit the scene and started jacking their customer base. They also started jacking titles. If you remember that too, they started because companies started not re-upping with Netflix and popping that movie over on Hulu at first.
Right.
A lot of movies went to Hulu before they went to their original apps. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and a lot of these platforms is whole like you don't got to pay the big cable bill, Sling and all that. But when I think about it, when I look at, I got HBO Max, Disney Plus.
You pay the cable bill.
I'm paying a cable bill.
You pay the cable bill.
I got every streaming platform out there. I got YouTube Premium. I think I watch that more than I actually watch any other streaming service.
But I think the sucker punch to all that is though, is I'd rather pay my cable bill to get exactly what I want. So yes, you may be paying the cable bill, but you're not getting a bunch of baggage. Like if I go to a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? No, that's a bad example because give me what you want, I'll take the extra. At the restaurant.
No, I
don't want the extra baggage with it. I don't want to, and I think commercials also. If I can pay and not have the commercials, cool.
Yeah. See, I said this back in college. I did a presentation on it. We should have it should be an a la carte service. If I was a cable company, you come to me, Reed Network. You can if you watch Cartoon Network, if you watch Cartoon Network, ESPN, TNN, or was it TNT, MTV, and BET, you watch them 5 channels. You pay for them 5 channels, and that's all you get. It should be like a la carte thing.
And you pay a little extra for no commercial.
And pay a little extra for no commercials. But I ain't got how it works. I ain't got the kind of bread.
Exactly. That's not how it works. But since we have said all this, that leads me to my next question, which I kind of think I got your answer, but I'll go ahead and ask you, give me a little yes or no. Is it time for content creators to diversify?
Yes, it's time for them to diversify. It's been time ever since YouTube has started giving these strict rules and bylaws. You've seen content creators already. They've already started diversifying. Going to they haven't. You got, of course, they got Instagram, they got Facebook, they got Twitter, but now they're finding alternatives. Even though it has a bad stigma, a lot of content creators that I watch on YouTube, they have now gone over to OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Even though OnlyFans started out as this, a adult website, now you got content creators over there that they can talk what they want to talk, and the people that are watching them pay them to watch their content. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you're not worried about somebody blocking you because you can't get blocked. You can't get blocked over at on OnlyFans because you pay for that content. You paid to watch that. So no, you can't pay and then complain.
Exactly. And there's been guys like for sure one of my favorite guys that I used to watch on Facebook, which I don't watch the stuff anymore because I'm sorry. I love your videos, but I'm not paying for it. Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. I love Facebook, but I'm not going to pay for it.
Right.
And Ryan Davis, I think he's hilarious. Am I willing to pay the little $4.99 or whatever it is a month to watch his videos? No, I'm not.
I mean, even Patreon. Patreon was supposed to be.
That's where he's at. I think that's where he's at.
I'm not paying. Like there's people I watch. I'm not going to Patreon. I'm not paying. Like there's one content creator that I pay a little $10.99 a month, but it's because I watch his stuff on the reg.
I already know. I already know who it
Oh
is.
yeah. So I watch his stuff on the reg.
Yeah,
So I'll pay that, and because like they give me to my work day, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Sometimes he go live at 12 o'clock at night. By the time I wake up, if I'm not a member, I can go back and watch it. So being a member, I can go back and watch stuff that I don't see live. Only reason why I pay that. Anybody else, I catch it when it's on something free.
Exactly. And then you start paying for something, it's like I'm already paying for this guy. I'm already paying for this guy, so y'all can forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
it's a wrap. I'm already paying for this dude, so unless he do something to fall off, I'm not buying nothing else.
Nope, that's it.
Exactly. Like people don't think about that. Like that little $5.99, that little $10.99 a month. It's coming every month. Every month. Granny Linda Williams in the comments says Facebook is full of drama. I'm not on much, so if they start charging, I'm definitely out of there for sure. Me too, Granny. So we're gonna have to find us. So wherever the free folks go, that's where we're going.
Dude.
For sure though. But man, off the politicking, I guess I can say.
But that'd be a good slogan. Where the free folks go.
Where the free folks go. For real though. But off the politicking, man, and into what we love, the sports talk. And this is crazy that I'm even saying this. It's cringy for me to even have to speak on these folks.
I already know.
Is the Arkansas Razorback football the real deal? That's what I'm going to ask you first. Is it the real deal?
Not anymore. Not till last week. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Hey,
Okay. So you're saying it was everything was fluky, and now we are getting to the meat of the schedule, and we're going and it's going back to last year and previous years.
Hey, I'm gonna get my Dennis Green. They are who we thought they were. It was all about the hook.
No.
They are who we thought they were. Yes, bro. Listen. They played some fluky schedules. I mean, some fluky teams.
You think?
Yes, dude.
Right, I'm listening.
They played a down Texas.
Okay.
They played a down A&M.
Okay.
And then who they played prior to that.
Oh, you gonna make me pull up this trash?
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull that up. I think they played like the University of Texas, San Antonio or something.
It was oh my goodness. How can I not know this? Okay, so the schedule so far, and of course my internet ain't working. Hey, we got Measley is out of commission at the moment.
All right, okay, great. They played Rice. Ooh,
yeah, it went Rice. They played Rice, Texas, Georgia Southern, and Texas A&M before the demise.
So they play some fluky teams. They played 2 sorry teams and 2 down teams that historically have been good. They wasn't put to the test. I'm not gonna say a win's a win. A W's a W. There ain't no barely wins in the column. It's either you win or you didn't. So they did win those games, but I think their fans was just so excited because it's been a long time since we've been 4-0. Not realizing y'all really ain't really played anybody that good.
Yeah.
And now y'all get into the meat of y'all's schedule. And it's kind of like y'all looking past Georgia like, shit, we want Alabama, we want LSU. Y'all still got Georgia, and Georgia's number 2 in the country.
Yeah.
And what happened Saturday proved that they actually being y'all not ready yet. Y'all aren't there yet. Y'all might be on the verge, but y'all ain't there yet.
Ain't ready yet. But no.
Ain't ready yet.
Listen. Just like Kiki just said in the comments right here, they're a solid team. I'll give them that. I'm not gonna say that the frenzy is over either, because I think they have a solid chance to beat LSU. I still think that's in there. They play Ole Miss this week, unless Ole Miss comes out and really just balls, they got a chance to win that game. Now Alabama, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a blowout.
But they got mediocre players. They don't have any like big like the players ain't putting up like crazy stats.
Who would Arkansas have to beat on the remaining schedule to sway your opinion on them being a solid team, with the exception of Bama?
LSU.
So you telling me so the LSU win solidifies them?
They beat LSU. They got to beat Auburn, LSU, and Mississippi State.
Why does Mississippi State rank over Georgia? The Georgia game, we ain't talking about that. Not Georgia. Why does Mississippi State rank over A&M and Texas for you?
Because I think it'll give them. I just want to see more wins in the SEC. Just win more. Finish third in the SEC, and I'll say you a solid team.
They got to finish third in the SEC. You say something. Okay, that's
third.
Cool. I don't know. I think that's bogus. But I will go with it. But I think that Arkansas, there's no way to say they're not a solid team. They've beat teams that have put up 60 points. This is what I'm going to say right here. I don't care who you play in college. If you're playing a Division I team, if you put up 60 points, you're balling. You know what I'm saying? Those are still Division I athletes, whether it's lower level. You put up like 60 points, 50 points, you're balling. That's simple. So if you beat a team and they go on to play another Division I team and put up 60 points on them,
that's a fair argument.
Your defense is solid.
Well, no, I'm not saying that they're not a solid team. I don't think the Arkansas frenzy was warranted. Like, I mean, I've never in the history of being alive and on Facebook seen that much Arkansas crap going down my feed. I just want to give you an example. I'm in Canton, South Dakota. For y'all who don't know, Canton is a small town. Maybe got 200 people. I'm in Canton, South Dakota. I see a white Tahoe pull up, a lady jump out with 3 kids. Guess what they got on?
What?
They got on a State of Arkansas shirt with a Razorback, and there's a Woo Pig. I said, in Canton, South Dakota? So I had to ask. I said, you Arkansas fans? She's like, yeah. I was like, y'all from Arkansas? Well, no. We watched a couple games on TV a couple years ago and became fans.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
But the fan base of Arkansas is tremendous. I mean,
it's large, and it's not. And
if you're a Razorback, if you are a Razorback, like you're a player, coach, you whatever. I mean, the fan base is amazing. It's amazing if you're inside of it. But from the you can't hardly stand to be around a Razorback fan.
Man, no.
No matter what, it's just like y'all too. Y'all ain't letting you off the hook. You on the same boat, cowboy.
I don't buy.
No matter what,
You
are that way. The only thing that separates you from an Arkansas fan, is that midway through the season. Listen, midway through the season, he'll do something like that. That's the only thing.
This ain't midway through the season.
This ain't midway, but this is from last year. That's from last year.
That's not from last year.
Bro, you left the Buccaneers way back.
I didn't leave them. Okay. In the comments right now, I want to know this. I want to ask y'all a question right now. Y'all tell me if he left them. Tell me if he left them. Growing up when we were younger, he was a Tampa Bay fan. But I was still a Cowboy fan though.
Let me finish. There's no such thing.
Yes, bro. The first ever Super Bowl I ever watched was the Dallas Cowboys playing the Buffalo Bills. I remember that game. It was the first Super Bowl I ever watched. That was the first Super Bowl party I ever been to. Watching Emmett, that was my guy.
Okay,
bro. When I scored my first Little League touchdown, what did I do? I spiked the ball, did Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
I
was a Cowboy. But as I got old,
if anything, you're making your argument worse.
No, because I really wasn't watching football, and the only reason I even liked the Buccaneers because they went from that stupid orange sickle jerseys, and they started wearing that cool one with the one with the red with the skull, and they put the big ass boat at the stadium. Like that shit, cool.
Okay,
So then-
that's irrelevant. The reason why you went to the Buccaneers is irrelevant. The thing about it is you went to them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but
You
I
went
never-
over there.
I never
and you
left.
stayed. You stayed over there. You didn't just test it. You know, go, ooh, I like the jersey, buy a jersey too. And then, yeah, you are a Buccaneer fan. We had a Super Bowl when the Buccaneers went to the Super Bowl, and you were a fan. We had an entire Super Bowl party at the house. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yes,
An
I
entire
remember
Super
it.
Bowl party. I remember watching it. That's probably like the first actual, because you know I was a baseballer. That was the first actual football game that I sat down and watched from beginning to end because you were such a fan.
And that defense was dirty.
Okay, so you stayed with even after that Super Bowl, you stayed with the Buccaneers until we were adults. almost.
No. Because
Oh, that is not true.
I'm
You,
tell you.
you really a team hopper. You really a team hopper because you went to Atlanta. Oh, you trash. No loyalty, just like Keith said. No loyalty. Look, you got mom and granny at 9:30 at night. I'm here talking about DC 4L. Oh man,
Bro, I could have sworn I saw Mama say put D4L. I didn't see the C. It was like D4L. She talking about the Laffy Taffy folks, or what she talking about?
no. Hey, Cam said Julio made everybody a fan. Oh no, Julio. He was never a Falcon with Julio.
No,
He was never a Falcon with Julio.
It was Vic, Warwick Dunn, and
Algie.
that's not no Algie Crumbler, boy. Hey,
I'm a Falcon. I know. I've been there. Stayed there.
Hey, but check it though.
Until now, I'm gone.
But I was like Jamal Anderson. The baby, hey, I was there for that's been a long time ago. Jamal Anderson, Michael Vick, Algie Crumbler, what's his name? Like I said, Warwick Dunn.
No Roddy.
Who?
Roddy White.
Roddy White. Who was that? They had a running back. I remember playing with on game day 97 or something. He was slow, but we all made fun of him. I can't remember his name now.
I can't tell you.
He had like one good season with him. But then and I can't forget Mike Allside with the neck. That's Buccaneers.
That's Buccaneers. See, look, he been team hopping so much he don't even remember which teams the players played for. That's exactly about. I've been a Falcon, and Percy, I am leaving the Falcons. Actually, I left them, but I put the statement out publicly a year and a half ago that said, "With Julio gone,
I'm gone.
I'm gone." And when he's gone, I'm gone. I haven't found a home yet.
I left the Falcons when the whole Vic debacle went down. I said I can't. And not because of Vic, just because they didn't stand behind him. And I was like, that's some BS. And I was gone. I was like, I'm gone. Then when he came back, I supported Vic, but I wasn't cheering for the Eagles. I refused to.
Exactly. That's my thing right now. Like, I'm still watching Julio. No, he didn't play last week, but I'm still watching Julio, and I'm still hoping that he, is the guy. But I'm not a Titan fan. I'm just a free agent out here. I'm just watching football this year. And actually, bro, if I wouldn't have done fantasy like I said I wasn't going to do, because I said I wasn't going to do it, now I'm in 4 leagues and a pick 'em. But if I wouldn't have done fantasy, this would be the best football season ever for me. I have watched these games so stress-free, fam. Like, it is a totally different feeling. You should try it because you've been hopping around so long. You should just try it, bro. One season, don't even pick a team. Just ride and just watch every game and don't worry about it. Pick you a couple players that you want to see do good and watch how your season go.
I can't do that because I guess when I pick a player, now I need that dude to produce every game. Like right now, I find myself watching Antonio Brown, and not because he a Buccaneer, just because of all the shit he been through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And coming back, and now I'm
he
watching,
murdered your Cowboys,
and I'm watching. I'm like, anytime they throw to him, like, bro, catch it, because I'm just like, if he drop it, they gonna cut him.
They gonna cut him. They're not cutting him. He's like he's like a high school guy. Antonio Brown's like a high school guy going to college. We gonna get you off we're keeping you off the potential. And we don't want to play against you.
Yep.
Because somebody gonna get you. No, hey, first let me pause this conversation real quick because Percy and our mother are in the comments going wild right now. I will never and have never been a Cowboy. don't like the Cowboys whatsoever. And it's really your fault, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making us wake up early in the morning on Sundays and put them big old Cowboy linemen blow-ups in the front yard even when it was cold outside. That might be part of the reason why I don't like the Cowboys. I don't know. Actually, I think I don't like the Cowboys because I can't be a fan of somebody I've never seen do anything. Like, I've never seen the Cowboys wow me, and I've never seen them win. At least with the Falcons, the whole time I've been a fan, something was there to wow me. Whether it was Vic, whether it was just Roddy White, whether it was Ashley Crumpler at tight end, whether it was Warrick Dunn, whether it was Julio, I had somebody to watch. Gonzalez, when he came from the Chiefs, there was somebody there to wow me, even when we weren't winning. I haven't had that with the Cowboys. I haven't seen that with the Cowboys. All I've seen is the Cowboys bite themselves. I've seen the Cowboys do horrible things in the draft. I've seen the Cowboys pick up horrible coaches. I've seen the Cowboys pick up horrible players. I've seen the Cowboys turn players into horrible players. I've seen them move. They played Roy Williams at safety. He is a linebacker.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about the Cowboys, though. Like, that organization, besides the bread, is trash. If anybody else did what the Cowboys have done in the last 22, 23 years, no one, we see it. No one likes the Browns unless you live in Cleveland.
And
no one likes the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Until Odell went there, then they picked up a couple of young bucks from, you know what I'm saying, this younger generation. They picked up a couple of young bucks from Odell, Jarvis Landry, and them cats out there. Baker Mayfield fans went over there. That's the only time Cleveland gets fans, with them first-round draft picks. That's the only time they pick up fans. Nobody's saying, I'm going to be Cleveland. But you have kids coming out the womb with the star on.
Yep. Hey, just a little side note. Hey guys, if you're tuning in, please hit that like, hit that share, let your friends and your family know what you're watching. Bring them all in for the conversation. Hit that like, please hit that like.
Please. Yeah. But yeah, man, I can't get down with the Cowboys for that reason right there. But you were a team hopper. You're a team hopper. You just took me all the way up. We started this conversation on the Razorbacks, and now we're on you being a ship jumper, photo jumper.
Well, no, but hey, my team jumping, it wasn't just me jumping teams. There was players on certain teams that left and went to team. So when you look at, I was a Cowboy fan. I was born into that. I can't help that. That's what I am.
I helped it.
But hold on, you did. But yeah. But so then check this out. So then I became a Buccaneer fan, right? All right. Who left the Buccaneers that went to Atlanta? Warrick Dunn. All right. Then Vic was there. So that just kind of sweetened the pot. All right.
All right.
Cool. Now the reason I'm back with the Bucks, not saying I'm just like fan. I got this hat at a garage sale and it came with a cowboy. It came with a cowboy hat. I can't find my cowboy hat right now, but it was a cowboy hat, Oakland A's hat, and the Buccaneers hat. It is two of my teams, and I got the A's hat because it looked hard.
Yeah.
And the fact that Brady, even though I hated him with the Patriots, I like the underdog. Even though they say Brady's never underdog, he's an old man. So yeah, that look, see, boy, I know you from Womby.
Hey, my boy Burks, that boy got his lies in order. That's right. Hey, he been sitting on it all day. Oh, I can't wait to say how I live. Yeah, listen to him. Go ahead though. No, continue. Continue, Ray.
So then you look at, they got Antonio, they won Super Bowl, boom, cool. I ain't got no Super Bowl gear, none of that. I don't care about that. It's not my team. I just like a lot of guys on the team and I support them.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta go back to your roots.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. But you said your roots.
But back on the Razorbacks.
Yeah.
I never said they're not a solid team. Just I don't think that frenzy was warranted. All that extra.
But they were winning.
Yeah, that's true. They were winning. But hell yeah, people talking about, oh, we want Bama. We gonna get a national championship. You're not.
Okay.
Like
I agree.
Be real. Keep real.
Okay, so let me ask you this right here. And this is even a question that I don't even have really. I don't have the answer to either because I've never been a fan. I've never been a fan of this nature. So maybe you can help me out here.
I got you.
How is a fan supposed to act after their team been getting their heads bust for 5-6 years? How is a fan supposed to act now that their team is 4-0 or 3-0 or 5-0? How are they supposed to act?
I mean, you can celebrate, but be real with yourself.
But what do you say? We consist. Okay, week 1, it's okay. Okay, we got a dub. All right, bet we got a dub. Bet. Okay, cool. Hey, chill out. We got a dub. It's good. We winning. Week 2, boom, another dub. Oh shit. Okay, we might have some. Week 3, boom, another dub. We back, baby. I think I don't know. I don't know. 3 or 4 wins may solidify a reason for a fan to say we back.
I mean,
if that's all you've been getting the entire year.
But you're playing teams that you already deem that you're better than anyways. Like an Arkansas fan will never say, "Yeah, Texas is better than us," but we beat them. No, they'll always say Texas was trash, regardless.
But in the fashion that they beat them.
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying if you already think that you're more superior than the team you're playing, and then you beat them, it's not warranted to be like, "Yeah, we won." Yeah, you already knew you're better than that team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So they played 2 teams that were historically not really that good, and then 2 teams that historically are good, but it's a down year. You know what I'm saying? So it's been like,
but you're saying that LSU is a solidification game, and it's a down year for them. They just got beat by Ole Miss or Auburn. I'm sorry, they just got beat by Auburn. My bad.
Yeah, but Auburn's no joke. That can go either way.
Man, they played the best game. Their QB played the best game he has ever thought about touching a football.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I guess it is warranted that if your team winning, go ahead and celebrate it. But like me, the Cowboys winning, I'm not talking about Super Bowl. We got some people they already saying we going that route, and it's like, nah, man. Like, be real with yourself. But anything can happen though. Like,
when do you say, okay, as a Cowboy fan? When do you say, okay, we're contenders?
I would say week 10. Look, what's looking like week 10.
Okay, so what does it have to look like in week?
Not
contenders. Let's say y'all sitting at 6-5 in week 10. Are you a contender based on what you're saying?
No.
You know your division's trash, so you're gonna come out of there.
Yeah, the division trash. We can. That's why I never take that when we win division champs. That ain't nothing because the division is trash. I don't know. I'd say, like I said, week 10. What we looking at week 10? What we sitting at in the NFL rankings? I don't want to care about the division in NFL rankings.
But I'm saying, so what's the record need to look like in week 10? 6-4? I said 6-5. They don't even add up.
No, I would say coming in. I say 8-1 going into.
Y'all gotta be 8-1 coming into week 10 for you to say y'all gonna go. Y'all are contenders
for Super Bowl. Yes,
that's crazy. That's hell of a good. That's like.
But even that don't mean nothing. Cause look at the damn Steelers. They go 10-0 and boop, gone.
But they were contenders. Would you say
at the time? Yeah, they were contenders.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's a hell of a good record. They were undefeated then. There's only one undefeated team left. Oh no, there's only a couple undefeated teams left.
It's only like 5.
And one of them is Arizona, and they are nice. Yep. They probably be the last one undefeated.
Probably.
But
Cowboys will beat them.
No. But all I'm saying is 8-1 or 8-2 at week 10 is a hell of a record. I hope. I mean, man, I don't think y'all can do that though. But I think y'all contenders right now. If I had to sit down right now and say who are the contenders in the NFL, there's no way I can't say y'all are not contenders right now because y'all are beating people and y'all are beating them well. Y'all lost to Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all lost to Tom Brady. Even though in that game there was like 3 or 4 turnovers,
should have won that.
Capitalized, but you didn't. Yep. Brady and then obviously coaching still horrible over there. But anyway, we ain't gotta get into all that.
Yeah, we talking all day.
Exactly. But I would say y'all contenders right now. Because y'all are beating people and y'all are beating them in good fashion. And the game y'all lost was probably gonna go down as one of the best games of the season. And y'all got, and it was the GOAT. Or arguably the GOAT. You know, I got a couple. Tom Brady.
Bro, he is, bro. I don't
I
like
say
that.
this. I think he is but I think he is the GOAT. I guess you could say the GOAT. But I guess who I would rather see play and who I'm putting on my team, you already know. That boy Peyton. I have to. I just, when I watch a Peyton Manning, I'm not saying that Tom Brady doesn't do great things. I'm not saying Tom Brady doesn't read defenses. Obviously, he's amazing at what he does. The man is great. But when you see Peyton Manning come up to that line and do what he do, and I think Tom Brady is a little bit more athletic too, though. Like Peyton Manning's doing this really unathletic kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if he ain't gonna run out of sight in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I saw Peyton Manning at Walmart, I would not think that's an NFL quarterback.
But get out there with him.
But yeah, get out there with him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. When I sit down and watch, because you know I'll just go watch. I'll just go watch the film, whatever. When I sit down and watch it, it just looks so different when he does it. It looks different than anybody I've ever seen when he does it. Maybe it's because the fact that he looks so unathletic and he's doing why it looks so much different. Maybe it's not really that much. But when I watch a game and I see him come up to the line, and then I go back and I read the articles and I read from his former coaches what they say about him, it's hard for me to put somebody that's better than him, regardless of the Super Bowls, regardless of the records.
Yeah, I guess we never got to see him go head up in any kind of Super Bowl either. That kind of sucks too.
I don't get why people say that. There's no such thing as a head-to-head QB battle. You're never.
Y'all never
against my defense. Me against your defense.
Yeah, y'all never on the field at the same time.
They were just saying that. What game was that this weekend? They were just saying that.
No, they were saying against Tom Brady and Mac Jones. Like,
Tom Brady and Mac, exactly the game it was.
Yeah,
Tom Brady and Mac Jones.
This is the oldest QB matchup. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they kept saying it during the game. They're like, oh yeah, he battled it out with one of the greatest of all time tonight. He didn't battle it out with Tom Brady. How is the quarterback battling it out against the other quarterback? I've never understood that terminology. I've never understood that terminology. But I think, if you're asking me if I'm putting him in order, I'm going Peyton Brady. And then a lot of people don't give respect to a Breeze in the QB thing either. But that's neither here nor there. But
yeah, right.
That's where I'm at with that right there. Last thing on these piggies, and we're gonna get all the way. They finished.
Say what?
How will they finish? How will Arkansas finish the season this year, man? What do you think?
Oh, they gonna finish. They'll finish fourth in the SEC. I think overall in the country, I think they'll finish top 15.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not even gonna give my take on Arkansas because
what I don't want to happen is, because like I said, I don't got no ill will against Arkansas. But what I don't want to happen is they lost to Georgia and then they crumble. Because if they crumble,
I don't want them to crumble either. That's not good.
Yeah, it's not at all. If they lose next week and say they lose the next, what they got 5 games left.
Yeah, something like that.
They lose the next 5 games. The season was for naught. It was all that. It was for nothing.
Okay, but what happens if? I just throw this out here. I said I was gonna move on, but I gotta ask this question because I've asked a couple people and I've got some, wild responses. What if they go on a run? I said it before the Georgia game because I kind of was hoping to happen because look how good that would be for sports. If Arkansas goes on a run and they beat Georgia, boom. Then they go Ole Miss and they beat Ole Miss, boom. And then they slide down where they going next after Ole Miss. Then they slide to Auburn and they smack up on Auburn, Pine Bluff, They got
They
the
gonna get-
stat padding game right there. Hey, if you go to Arkansas Pine Bluff, I'm sorry. We know what it is.
We
Beat 'em,
know.
and then we'll talk about it. All right. Then they go down to Mississippi State, handle business up there. Go into Death Valley, smack up them Bengals down, them Bayou Bengals. And then, boom, Alabama. And they go and they beat them by a field goal. Close game, beat them by a field goal. KJ Jefferson drives the Hogs down the field for a late game field goal dub. Beat Bama. And then they take care of Memphis versus Missouri. What is the country like then? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care for Arkansas.
The country won't do nothing. Now, the state of Arkansas, they're going to call the National Guards because they're going to burn that sucker down. They going to burn Fayetteville down, and then Arkansas is one of them teams where if they can sneak into the playoffs, they'll win that joker. And you think they was acting crazy now? If they get a natty under their belt, man, boy.
Man, see, because Arkansas fans, because I'm, you know me, I'm a huge LeBron fan, and we are close to Arkansas fans, but we have a very valid reason to be. You know what I'm saying? Arkansas fans are bush your ass over Arkansas, man.
Hey, what you got? Hey, remember when
I was just about to say.
Hey, we went down to Shreveport and watched Arkansas play.
Who did they play in the Independence Bowl? Was it Missouri?
They played Missouri Independence Bowl, and hey, there was this cat from Missouri, and he was just walking. There was like 3 Arkansas fans behind him, giving him the business. Hey, what Jarvis say?
You don't gotta worry about them 2 in the front. You worry about that one in the back, man.
He rapid punch and hop over a fence.
Oh man! But speaking of college football, since we're on this topic, Tennessee, which I know this is near and dear to your heart.
Yep.
Hence the jersey back here behind me. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee cancels their 22 game against Army, and they replace it with Akron.
Man,
First of all, go ahead and say why this is a big deal.
All right, so
go ahead and say why it's a big deal, and then
All right, so the reason this is a big deal is because in 2022 in Knoxville, Tennessee, they're going to be having the Medal of Honor convention during the weekend of that game.
Yeah,
and the Medal of Honor is the highest medal you can get in the military. You know, very few people get it. You got to do some above and beyond stuff out in combat to get this medal. Well, they're going to be honoring all the living Medal of Honor recipients, as well as the ones that have passed away. So this was a big deal because the committee at the Medal of Honor, they had, they had put this whole event together, and it was like, hey, we're going to have all the living Medal of Honor recipients at this convention, and then we're going to come to the Tennessee game against Army, and we're going to honor the Medal of Honor recipients at this game, and it's going to be a big celebration. Well, Tennessee was like, nah, I'm looking at Army looking pretty damn good right now.
Yeah.
and there's no way we can have a service academy come into Knoxville and knock us off, because let me tell you something about these service academies. Whenever it's a big game, they show up.
Yeah.
And if you when you're at a service academy, you know what I'm saying, you learn these stories, you hear these stories about these Medal of Honor recipients and what they did to get that medal.
Yeah.
I had the privilege of actually running into General Livingston, who won a Medal of Honor when I was at the Naval Academy. I was taking my laundry down, ran right into him, like, oh snap, you see that bronze star, blue ribbon, you got tension on deck. I mean, because that cat did something, you know what I'm saying, courageous to get that.
Yeah.
So it seemed to be a perfect storm coming for Army, is what was going to happen, because you got these guys at this, at West Point, who they hear these stories, they know what these guys been through, they get the rare opportunity to play a football game in front of Medal of Honor recipients. They was going to come with it.
Yeah.
And
I know, and you telling me that right there, I think it's hitting me a little different than it's hitting everybody else, because I know inside Service Academy's locker room through your eyes, right?
Yeah.
So Go ahead and spit some knowledge on that too, because I think that plays into how you know they were gonna come with it that day.
Well, like I said, you hear these stories, but you also know, like, hey, that could be me out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's the life of a service academy athlete is different from, a guy that would go to like a Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? When you graduate from Tennessee, you're gonna get your degree, and you're going to go out and get a job and still be able to party and do all the stuff. These guys at the service academy, they graduate, they get commissioned, and they are off. They're going to war straight. If we're in a war, they're going to go lead men and women in the war, and with the knowing in the back of their mind, this could be my last day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different mentality in their locker room, because like, we playing football now, but here in a couple of months, the guy next to me could be gone. If he's a senior, he could be gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's very emotional. Everybody it's just emotions are high. So if I'm at Army and we playing Tennessee in front of Medal of Honor recipients, we going out there, we finna give it all we got. We finna leave it all on the field. And if you haven't been keeping up with any of the service academies right now, Army is on a roll.
Yeah,
they are rolling right now.
Yeah.
And if I'm I don't know much about Tennessee, but if just get into the mind of the athletic director, there's no way we can let a service academy come in and beat Tennessee and we're an SEC team, because that is going to damage our name. It's going to ruin our season. Yeah. So they canceled the game and replaced it with Akron, and it just it goes to show, like, do people really care much about the vets as they say they do? Like, this is a chance for your program to get to honor these military men, and not just any military men. These are the guys that they gave it all. They went above and beyond. Yeah. And just so happened to live through it, because most people that get the Medal of Honor is posthumous. They don't get it. They family gets it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, I think this is a bad look for Tennessee. And they still haven't came out and gave an official statement as to why they canceled the game.
Exactly. I think it's a bad look as well, man. I think it's a bad look on Tennessee. Put your pride to the side, I guess, is the way I'm leaning to this right here. You know what I'm saying? And just win the game if it's that big of a deal. Prepare, make sure you're prepared, and win the game. Right. If you're worried about getting knocked off by an Army or by any team for that matter. But like you said, I think this shows a little bit of where we actually do stand when it comes to veterans and when it actually comes to the military. Right. When it's time to put up or shut up, a lot of the time, the shutting up is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And right here, Tennessee's got the opportunity to put up and have these guys recognized here, have this game right afterwards, and it'd be like a special moment. And you guys hosted that. You know what I mean? You had your chance to pay homage to former service members, special former service members, and you wet the bed on it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a horrible look for Tennessee. Now there may be things beyond our knowledge, things that we
don't know yet.
That won't be said. That will never be said above our pay grade. That caused this to be canceled or could be changed or whatever. But the fact that they added another game in place of it just makes me err on the other side.
And a lesser team. Added a lesser team.
Exactly. So I think that makes me err on the other side.
I don't know if there's any other colleges in Knoxville, but if I'm like a D2 or D3 school, I'll be calling Army like, hey, y'all want to come play over here? Y'all want to come play over here? Because we'll take the game.
Exactly. And I don't think this ties into one another. They kind of got put into the same category because of the timing of which Colin Kaepernick chose to kneel. There's been a little scuffling up of Colin Kaepernick's name again, and it's at the end of Dez Bryant. And Dez Bryant takes a shot at Colin Kaepernick. So and it's kind of crazy. So go ahead and explain a little bit about what Dez said about Colin Kaepernick.
All right, so I don't know if any of you guys are a fan of the I Am Athlete podcast. That is one of the most watched, like one of my top podcasts that I watch next to Joe Rogan. I definitely watch the
Shout out to me for putting you on.
Exactly. Shout out, you put me on. So I love the I Am Athlete podcast because they go into the life of pro athletes along with their lifestyle and all that stuff. I love it. Well, they had Des Bryant on, and he was talking about Colin Kaepernick, and he was like, "Hey, look, we all went out and kneeled, but there was no call to action. You know what I'm saying? You got the bag from Nike, you made all this money, and you didn't put people to work. There's people out there that lost their jobs and behind the protest that you started, and then once all the smoke settled, you got the bag and you was gone. Like there was no call to action. What was next? You know what I'm saying?" And he said, "I got nothing but love for Colin, but I've always told myself if I got a chance to get on the platform and actually speak my mind, I'm gonna speak it." And there was no call to action, and Kaepernick didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
And there was of course, you got some social justice warriors on Twitter that Black Twitter got on Dez like, "Yo, you shouldn't be saying all that." But this ain't the first time I've heard this from other athletes that. Yeah, we all had a little meeting and was like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." We did it, and then was like, "What's next?" And to me, like that just shows, like, even though, like, yeah, I was supported what Colin Kaepernick did, you gotta have if you gonna get on one of the biggest platforms in the world and saying and make the statement, what's your next move? Because if now you got people talking. What's next? How are we gonna actually start making change? And from what it's looking like, he didn't really have a plan.
Exactly, man. And I agree with this, man. I kind of agree with this on it. I'm kind of torn on the situation too because it's kind of weird. If Colin Kaepernick's entire intention was to raise awareness of injustice amongst the Black population and people of color, and to start that conversation and to put it in and put things in and get that conversation rolling, get that hamster on the wheel and get things in motion. If that was his sole intention,
he did it.
Shout out to you, bro. That's how I feel on that. If that wasn't his sole intention, he failed. And like you said, this isn't the first time this has come out. I brought this up to you a couple years ago, I think, actually, maybe a little bit over a year ago, where Brandon Marshall had felt the same way. We wanted to ride with Cap. A lot of us got called such and such because we stood up and we didn't kneel. We wanted to ride with Cap, but when we talked to Cap, there was no plan.
Yeah,
all he was saying, "I'm gonna take this kneel. Y'all kneel with me. Will y'all do that?" Okay, Cap. Yes, we will do that. But let's put this into real life situations right now. Stop looking at these guys as aliens or something else. We do that to athletes and celebrities a lot. We look at these guys like aliens. If your coworker comes into work tomorrow, let's look at it like that. If your coworker comes into work tomorrow and he's like, "I don't like what's going on here at this company. I'm not coming to work all next week. I want you to do it with me." You might not like what's going on at the company either. And you might be like, "Okay, me and you, we volatile to this company. So let's take off for a week. But hey, I'll do it with you. But hey, what happened if we get fired? What you know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna do next?"
Yeah.
And you don't have anything for me, bro. I'm at work all next week. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves. Stop, and you know what I'm saying? Don't look at these other guys who did kneel and say, "Hey, you guys aren't this or you guys are this." Let's back it up and look at Cap. And the originator of the plan. Where was the train going, Cap? Where was the train going?
Right.
You couldn't give me a destination, so I couldn't buy no ticket. That's all they're saying. And now the guys who did jump on the train with you, you're off of it. And you're good. You jumped into a pile of money. They are out of work. I'm not saying it's your due diligence to get these guys a job. I'm not saying that because every man for himself. They knew what they signed up for at the same time.
Right.
But if you are who you say you are, you're going to use what you've gained from this and help those guys out. I don't know what's going on behind all closed doors with Cap. I don't know who he's helping, who he's not helping, blase. Again, above my pay grade.
Yep.
I'm just saying, if this is what's going down, this is the side I'm riding on. If these guys are truly hurting and they're out of work, because some of these guys are out of work, but they're not tripping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that happened. Boom. I'm not on the team no more. I got my little cash saved up over here. I'll start this business, whatever. I'm doing this. Blah, I invested in this. Real estate, blah, blah, blah. And I'm still good. I'm just not playing football anymore. Boo-hoo, boy. I almost said something right there. But boo-hoo. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case. But if there are guys out here hurting because they might have been that young guy on the team who hadn't really got that first major deal yet, and they decide, but they really felt it in their heart, because obviously this is something super, super real. It's not like he was kneeling for some, BS reason. This is something super, super real. So they might have felt like that, and they went in full-heartedly, young and wide-eyed, and jumped in there, and now, bam, they off a team. They're blackballed. Boom, that little 200, 300,000 is dwindling down, and I hit and I hit Cap's phone, and he got nothing for me. Now I have a problem with Cap.
Yeah, I got an issue.
And I think that's what it is. So no, I don't think Dez was wrong in saying what he said. But there are certain situations where he may be in the dark, like we are.
Yeah, he might. Well, he even said it. He reached out to Cap, and Cap didn't even answer the phone. I reached out to him, and I got nothing. Several times, nothing. Not a call back, not a text message, nothing. I got nothing. So to me, it's like, and say I don't know, but sometimes he got the bag and he dipped out.
Got the bag and dipped out.
But a lot of people, they say move in silence, but he in a position where he trying to bring words to something. You can't move in silence in that.
Exactly. You revoked your removing in silence when you put yourself out in the front.
Right.
Which I do see him speaking at certain places and doing things like that. I don't know what he's putting his money into. I don't know what he's building. I don't know what he's doing in the community. I don't know any of that. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
But we have to look at ourselves as well, and I'm going to say ourselves just as like the entire world, like the entire media, fans, football fans, Cap fans, black fans, white fans. We have to look at ourselves and ask ourselves as a country, did we push Cap into silence? Because everything I do, I have a second agenda from the people.
Right.
I think we got to look at it like that too.
A lot of people push him into silence. He was constantly getting talked about, and it was like, you know what? I just won't say nothing. I just work behind the scenes. Because if I say something, they're going to think that I'm doing it for another reason and not for the reason that I'm saying I'm doing it for. So exactly. It's kind of just fade to the back.
Exactly. So I'm saying we may have pushed Cap out of speaking up on what he's doing, speaking up on things that he is doing and still currently doing to help the people. I think that's something that we have to look at ourselves and think, hey, we can't say, hey, Cap, why are you not letting everybody know what you're doing? Whenever he was in the forefront, everybody was saying, oh, he only doing that because he didn't come from, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but see, but that whole thing about not having a plan, that seems to be kind of like a thing in the black community. A lot of the leaders, they get on these microphones and they talk and get everybody riled up. And then when it comes for an action plan, it's man, I didn't expect this to go that far. And there's no plan. Like do you know who Tariq Nasheed is?
Mm-mm.
All right, so Tariq Nasheed is a guy, he's on YouTube, and he's like what they call a pro-black. He do a lot of documentaries, Hidden Color and stuff like that. Well, he wanted to do what's called the Hidden Museum, and he wanted to raise all this money to build a museum in downtown LA that basically showcased all the black leaders and black inventors that history don't talk about.
Yeah.
So he was like, I need $1 million. GoFundMe. This cat raised $1 million in 7 days.
Yeah.
Now he got the money. Last week, what'd he do? Well, I went down and tried to buy the building because he had a bit, and he did a promo video. He had the building already. This is the building we gonna buy. We went in all the acting funny style. They don't want to sell me the building because I'm black. Now it's, well, I thought you had a plan. You said you said if we got this $1 million, that it'll get the ball rolling. You got the money, and now it's been 2 weeks, and we ain't got there. You hadn't even purchased the building yet.
Exactly. You never you hadn't spoken to the man about who needed, or you hadn't spoken to the person you needed to talk to buy the building.
Exactly.
Before you made the outlandish comments.
Exactly.
You hadn't even spoken to him. Now the money ran up on you. Bam, boom. You got
now
it.
you don't know what to do with it.
Exactly. And that's true. It happens a lot. It happens a lot, man. You gotta have, if you're gonna have a plan. I'm not saying you have to have a full blown plan, because some things you don't have time to have a full plan to get it out there. But you gotta have some steps.
I say you gotta have at least five steps. You gotta have your first 5 steps. If I'm doing this, if I do that, I'm gonna get this, and then once you get that, we go in there, and 5 steps, and then once you hit step 3 and you there, now you start planning 6, 7, 8.
Exactly.
Nah, because you already got 5 steps planned, but you know what I'm saying, when you hit 3, it's looking like I'm gonna get 4 and 5, so I need to go and start planning for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and get the thing rolling.
Exactly, man. So hey, take out of that what you will, but if you take anything, please have a plan. If you're gonna put something, you can't put anything in action without planning it out.
Yeah,
you can't just jump into things. The time of jumping into things blind, because the margin of error is so small now, because you're only gonna get one shot.
That's it.
On pretty much everything. Now, a lot of people I know and a lot of people out here have failed, and they finally got it. And they in that same field. But most people who fail, when they get it in something else. But they couldn't figure that one out, so they get it in something else. And most of that is based purely off planning.
Yeah, they
jumped into them. They jumped into the things they were failing at. They were jumping in without knowing any.
Well, you know what they say: if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail.
Exactly, and that's not saying, because I know most people are gonna rebuttal back with, "Well, I know such and such. They didn't have a plan. They just did it one night." And there's outliers to everything.
Outliers, yeah. There's outliers.
There's outliers to everything. There's people who jumped into things strictly off, "Oh, I think this will work," and boom, it did.
I mean, it's been people that fell out of airplane and survived. Everybody ain't gonna survive, man.
Exactly. Everybody ain't gonna make it. But speaking of not making it or jumping off the plane, Ohio State linebacker Kevon Pope is dismissed from team. Actually, walked off
the field.
middle of the game, and proceeded to tweet F Ohio State. What do you think about that?
Man, the more I read about this story, I kept hoping that somebody would say, well, this is what the coach said to him. But what all it really boiled down to is he thought he was getting ready to go out on the field. There's already winning the game anyway.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to go out. The coach waved him off, and he just snapped. Just like, I'm done. I'm done with this. And then dipped out. And it's like there was really no altercation with the coaches. He just, F Ohio State, dipped out.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't find out, well, he's a second linebacker from Ohio State to just dip. You know what I'm saying? To just leave. It's like, you know what? I'm done with this. So apparently there's something going on behind the scenes at Ohio State that we don't know about and probably would never know about. But I just think players now, if they're not getting the playing time that they feel they deserve, and they know they're good, it's like, you know what, I'm dipping. And I think that the portal has done that to a lot of players. It's kind of equal. Is kind of leveled out the field.
Yeah, and we said this. We said this months and months and months ago. Because not only is the portal, we have the NILs here now.
Yep.
So the days of a coach BSing a player or stringing a player along for 3 years is over. Stringing a player along for one season now is over.
Yeah, it's done. It's a wrap.
Not only do I have the portal that I can jump in, and if I know, what caliber player I am, I know I'm pretty much gonna land somewhere if I hop in the portal. Grades good. I'm gonna be able to go wherever I need to go. And I got a little money in my pocket. Bro, I'm gone.
Yep, I'm out of there.
I'm gone. There's no reason for me to stay here. At this point, the only thing you have to offer me is playing time.
That's it. Because now I'm making my own money off the field. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't treat me right, I can hop in the portal and go somewhere else where I'm gonna get the playing time, because nobody's gonna pick me up out of the portal and not have me play.
Exactly. If the team and listen, okay, so he's at Ohio State right now. He hop in the portal. Hey, we just talked about him. Arkansas.
Yep.
We
And
hey,
they'll
we see what we building down here, brother. You want to come on down here? Hey, throw your name in the pot. Everybody, a lot of these guys when they get in the portal, you know how many teams throwing their name in the hat?
A whole lot.
Come on, man. Teams throwing their names in that hat. And guys are going and you're gonna land somewhere. So today, like I said, the days of these coaches, and I don't want this to turn into something where people think I'm like, oh, coaches can't coach. Coaches can't. No, you can coach. A coach can coach. Coach how you please.
Be honest with the
Exactly.
player. You know what I'm saying?
But the days of exactly now with these guys making money, I ain't mean to cut you off either.
Are you good?
But now with these guys making money, and also they also have the ability to leave with no penalty. You can't talk to me like you want to talk to me. I'm your coworker, bro.
Yep.
I am no longer you're not my boss. You're not my boss. We're coworkers at this point.
I just heard this Saturday when I was driving out to go hunt. I mean, not Saturday, but Sunday we're going to hunt. There was a lady she's like over the Department of Labor or something like that, and she did this big old research. And at the end of it, she deemed that college athletes are employees of the university. She goes, based off the money they bring in and the attention that they bring to the school, they should be classified as university employees or campus employees.
Straight up. So, but now it's actually treated like now it can actually be treated like that. Even though the NCAA is still off the hook here, let's not forget the NCAA is still off the hook here. They found a way to get out of paying guys. For now, at least, they found a way to get out of paying guys, but the guys are still getting paid. As most of them, and a lot of guys are setting up their deals to make sure that Johnny over there, the 2-star that came in, is getting some bread too.
Getting some bread. Yep.
So, hey, coaches out there, these student athletes are now your co-workers in a sense. You have to treat them as such. You don't go and lie to your coworkers about what's about to happen next. You don't go and promise this to your coworkers and then not do it, not make it happen. You see what I'm saying? At any other workplace, because I always take it out of the athletics and put it into the real world.
Exactly.
Because people try to separate the two, and that's not real.
It's not.
Because to that man, that's his job, regardless. And once you leave high school, it's your job. Period. It's been that way forever, but now it's really that way.
Right.
Once you leave high school, this is your job. When I go to my job, if I'm not being treated the way I want to treat, I'm gonna go look for another job. When I go to my job, if somebody lying to me and doing what and I ain't feeling like this is the spot I need to be in no more, I'm gonna go get me another job.
I'm out.
So why are we looking at these players like they shouldn't go get them another job? Why are we looking at these players like he owes Ohio State something?
Because, like I said, Ohio State will drop him at the drop of a dime. That coach will drop him like the drop of a dime. So why can't he have the same right they got? Let me go.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Ohio State will drop him.
The coach or the university
will drop him.
If anything happened off that field, they don't like it.
You gone.
You gone. They kicked him off for that.
Yep.
They kicked him off. I mean, he was gonna leave anyway. Obviously,
well they did say his scholarship would still be honored and everything, but he
don't want to be no student, or he would have just stayed on the sideline. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he might be a smart kid and he loves school. He may be, but I guarantee you he loves football a whole lot more.
I can go to school
because if he didn't, I can say that. Because if he didn't, we wouldn't be talking about this. If he only loved school, unless he's about to leave and go Ivy League, or something like that, and he only loved school, he would have stayed his ass on that sideline. When the coach was like, you ain't going in, he'd have been like, cool, I got a test I'm thinking about anyway. Bro is not, let's just be real about the situation. Bro is not trying to stay at Ohio State and go to school. I don't know where he's from, but his name's Kevon Pope. I'm probably sure he's probably not from Ohio.
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely not Columbus. but the dude is not trying to just go to Ohio State. If he was just trying to go to Ohio State, he would have enrolled a whole different way.
Yep, exactly. Well, I know he got to pay. He can get paid for playing.
He's actually staying on the sideline.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm saying everything I'm saying based off his actions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything I'm saying is based off his actions. If he was okay, if he just wanted to go to Ohio State that damn bad, he wouldn't have worried about. He wouldn't have walked to the locker room
and tweeted F Ohio State.
Exactly. He got to go to school. That's still happening Monday through Friday. I promise you. They told you can stay here and just go. You know how fun that is. Hey, all you regular students out there, y'all know how much fun y'all had.
Hey, bro, my senior year when I said I'm done playing, bro, that was the best. I was like, damn, I wish I'd have just been a regular student. Like, and I've talked to other players who, they quit football, they quit their sport, and they was like, bro, I love school like this, like. Because the time you have, football take up so much time, man. And the time you got, you can't beat it, man. And then you get to actually explore campus and see stuff you've been there 3 years and you ain't. They had a rec center.
Bro, but I think that's like that goes that goes uncharted. That goes untalked about right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that, that part of it always goes unnoticed. No one cares to hear the actual life of a college athlete.
Yeah, you miss so much, man, because school in, and as soon as you out of class, you down in the locker room. Well, on campus in the student union, whatever, they got food trucks and live bands and people playing cornhole and the ultimate frisbee and music, all that. And by the time you get done, they wrapping up, loading the truck. See y'all later.
Or you dead and don't want to go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different aspect to it. It's a whole different aspect to it. That's what I'm saying. So if this kid just wanted to go to school, I'm sure Ohio State is a fun university.
I bet it is.
I'm pretty sure it's a fun university. So for a kid to just strictly walk off the field, deny, I don't want to stay here and just go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Something had to happen too. Let's go ahead and let's not let these coaches off the hook.
Oh yeah,
because you've seen, and and a lot of people who listen to the RTL, you guys have seen the treatment of an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's a whole lot that an athlete gonna take before he just do something like that crazy.
Yeah, a whole lot. And I can tell you, if you've never been in a locker room, a college locker room, a lot of shit gets said that you wouldn't think would get said to a human being. Especially, you know what I'm saying, not now because they got the NIL and all that stuff, but back in the gap when the coaches, they held your future in their hand, they talk sideways to you, man. I heard some stuff and it sounds funny until they say it to you, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, man, who you talking to?
I'm telling you. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, something definitely had to go down.
It's probably something weeks and weeks been building up, and this was probably, like I said, the straw that broke the camel's back. Like,
exactly, but new coaching staff.
Yep.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot that could have happened, man. There's a lot that could have happened, bro. Who knows? But he walks off. I think his rant. I think everything he said was. I think it's warranted at that point.
Yep.
No, most people aren't doing things like that just for no reason. So with the info I have, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. What he did was warranted, and it's just like a wake up call or a warning shot to these coaches.
Yeah, and I think the reason that Ohio State let him go so fast is like, yo, we don't want him to start talking. You know what I'm saying? So if he want to leave, let's let him go. You know what I'm saying? Because if we try to talk him into staying here and then we don't give him what he want, he might. I mean, who knows, man? Who knows what he got on him, man? So
Exactly. And he might not even be an asset too. We got to think about it from that standpoint.
Yeah, that's true.
He may not be an asset. We got to think about it like that. He was wanting playing time. He was wanting playing time, but he got to be some type of athlete to be a linebacker at Ohio State, unless he was a walk-on. Obviously, we know he's not based on the info that's come out. But if he's at Ohio State, he's obviously some type of, nice caliber athlete.
I think he's like second string.
Okay, but he may not be as big of an asset to Ohio State as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
We got to think about, me, I'm devil's advocate. I'm coming from both sides. I need to know. So we got to think about it like that. He may be, because we've seen it. Some people slip through the cracks and end up somewhere they shouldn't be. We've seen it. We know this.
He might not be an asset because when it comes to these college football programs or any college sport, if you are an asset, they handle you with kid gloves. They handle you a whole lot different than they do third string kicker.
Oh yeah, hey, we also got to think about it like this too. The portal work both ways.
Yeah.
You may be trying to hop in there, but they might already talk to somebody who didn't hop in there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At your spot. So hop in there, brother. We already, Kevon Pope leaving. Hey, Javon Jackson coming. You know what I'm saying? It's a revolving door.
It's a revolving door,
so
yeah.
At the same time, hey, go ahead, brother. Dip if you want to dip. We got, like I said, Javon Jackson coming in next.
Javon Jackson transferred to Tennessee State.
You hear me? His grades was better in high school. We've been watching him.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Leave. You the backup anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to look. Ohio State may have just cut ties with him because, hey, at the end of the day, you're not as big of an asset to us as you would think you are, and as we hoped you would be too. You got to think about that because they had expectations for him as well.
And this is the second linebacker to leave in the last 2 weeks. So
exactly, but that also puts
there's something going on there.
Coaches right there, yeah, exactly. There's something going on. Most definitely. But we're on a talk of college football. We've been on college football pretty heavy tonight, and we're gonna end it on college football. So I want to roll into this and ask you this: is the college football playoff on shaky ground?
Yeah, as far as growing, it is. Like I know the commissioner of the college football playoff, they had spoke earlier this year about expanding to like a 12-team playoff. You know what I'm saying? To make it bigger. You know what I'm saying? Give more teams a chance to actually play for a natty. But it seems like a lot of the conferences, I think was it 4 of the Power 5 are like, nah, we don't want it. We don't want that because all it's going to do is allow more SEC teams to get into the playoffs and push us even further out.
Yes, and I think they have an argument there. I think they have an argument there because based on the way that everything is set up, think about the things that SEC teams can get in with now. You can see a 2-loss SEC team potentially, depending on how the rest of the country goes. You can see a 2-loss SEC team get in over a 1-loss other team,
right?
From another conference. You know what I'm saying? You can see that now with the 4 teams. Expanding it to 12. There's a lot of SEC teams that they deem more powerful than you.
Yeah, but see, like right now, let's say if it were to end right now, season ends and they take the top 12, you only have 2 SEC teams in the top 10, which is crazy.
Well, that's this year.
Yeah, that's this year.
You know what I'm saying? That's this year long. We I don't know how many years that the SEC, how many teams finish at the end of the top 12 every year. I don't know the average numbers on that, but I'm willing to bet that the majority of the teams in the top 12 are SEC teams. Most years.
Well, let's look at last year. Last year you had Auburn, LSU, Georgia, Alabama. So you had 4 teams. But it's like this: if they were to do the whole committee and voting, you would have Texas. They would put Texas A&M over Wisconsin as number 12.
Yeah.
So then you got
And then you got to think about that too. Like once you open it up, and that's what it's based off of. Because like I think right now, like the people who are making these decisions or whatever only solely focus on like 1 through 4.
That's it.
Like they truly only focus on 1 through 4. Everybody else, you fall where you might go here, you go here, go here. Boom, that's cool. You expanded to 12. They're moving guys where they want to move guys. Gatekeepers, we talked about that earlier. Gatekeepers, they're definitely gatekeeping.
Yo, yeah. If they expand to a 12-team roster and you're number 12 and you're a Big Ten team and number 13 is SEC, you getting jumped.
Exactly. Or Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, you getting jumped.
You're getting jumped every time. And so I think they have a valid argument there to not want to expand it. But I would like to see it expanded because I would like to see the playoff set up like an actual playoff.
Exactly.
The gauntlet. You got to run the gauntlet to get this natty. You got to do it in any other level. You do it,
and that'll end all this. Well, we finished undefeated and we didn't get a shot. Exactly. Nah, G, you was top 12. You got swacked in the first round. You ain't had a chance. You was out of there.
You
know what I'm saying? It ends all the what ifs.
It ends all the what ifs.
Exactly.
It ends all the what ifs. I'm telling you, you expand that joker out, set it up like a normal playoffs. You got to go through the playoffs to win. It can be done. It's not like it's going to hurt the body because we see the NFL go through 16 in a playoff.
That's true.
So y'all can go through 12 in a playoff. Easy. And it wouldn't even expand the schedule that much because you give 2 months off after the season for bowls. Damn near.
Exactly.
So you got time.
You got time, and then I mean it sucks, but if you expand to 12 teams, I mean people watch football all during bowl season anyway, so it don't even matter.
Bro, people are going to watch the playoffs. Think about what I'm saying.
I'm saying they don't watch the playoffs, but then it's like, well, what if you the guys in those other bowls? Those people watch them bowls, you know.
People watch football because it's football, just like me and you. We go in. If I walk in my bedroom right now and turn the TV on, and it's a football game, probably gonna leave it there.
Yep.
Don't make who playing.
Bethune-Cookman and Jackson State. I'm watching that all day.
Oh, that's a watch game. I'm watching that game. I'm saying like it could be anybody. Alcorn State and Boohoo State.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm going. There's nothing else on that's better than that, probably. You know what I'm saying? Something whether one of the teams is trash or they both trash, it's gonna end up being a good game.
Exactly.
Something I like to watch. I watched not my team get the score ran up on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I watched 2 trash teams battle it out 3-0. I watched that. Why wouldn't you, man? And that's in football, and football fans will. I don't think the other bowls will be hurt. Not more hurt than they are now. I think now those bowls are way more insignificant because you've blown these 2 bowls or these 4 bowls to the maximum.
Yep, they blown up. They getting all the coverage.
So if they worry about the other ball game, it's on their own fault because they blow up the other game so viciously and they don't blow, and then they expect the same amount of capacity to watch.
Mean, you got the Sugar Bowl, the Rose Bowl, you got the
Don't get me lying.
See, I don't even know because I would say you could put all the major bowls would fit in those games. It's 6 games.
Yeah, your major bowls, which I know that sucks for them because they're probably like, oh, we're gonna lose a lot of money on this shit. But you can still, but you make your major bowls, you still make your major bowls in the playoffs. I think. Yeah, you still make your major bowls in the playoffs. So like those, just like in high school, it's like regional finals, state finals, whatever. It's just bowls.
Who gonna that would be hell of a game?
That would be a hell of a game. That would be hella gifts for the team that run the thing, right? That's just what come with it.
Yeah, you got the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and the Cotton Bowl. Yeah, those will be your top. Those will be your top right there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games. Yes, so it'll be Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Peach Bowl, Cotton Bowl.
And you just run through it.
And that's your. And then you can alternate. You can also alternate. You know, last year y'all were the sponsor of the semifinals. Now it's gonna be the Gator Bowl. Gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Who paying the most money to get their name in the bowl? And you alternate.
You alternate it out. I think that's a good. I think that would be a good move for college football. I think it would be way more interesting. Think about how much. I mean, it's called March Madness for a reason.
Exactly.
Think about how much publicity March Madness gets. Think about how many eyes. People that don't even watch basketball. I am not a college basketball watcher.
But I watch March Madness. I fill out a bracket every year.
Exactly. I watch NBA basketball because I love LeBron. I don't really watch college basketball. I never really have. Except March Madness. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to fill out a bracket. It's what we do. So you have a football college actual playoffs. Bro, people will go nuts for the playoffs.
Yep. All day.
All day long. I'm telling you, because it would be crazy. Think about in Texas football, how high school football, how crazy the playoffs are.
Bro, we saw when we went to the Duncanville game, man. That was wild.
Come on, man. Now you're gonna tell me, now you know how crazy people are about their colleges. Put the playoff atmosphere out there. Come on, man. Real playoffs.
And you got enough stadiums where they gotta be long and drawn out.
Exactly,
everybody can play the same day.
Everybody.
Now you ain't got enough TV networks. Nah, you got enough TV networks. You got ABC, CBS, ESPN, ESPN2.
Bro, it will happen. They don't even have to play on the same day. They can play. It can be a week. Bro, they don't even got to play all on the same day. It can be a weekend thing.
Nah, you got to play three games one weekend and 3 games another
one
weekend.
day, and then Friday, Saturday is all it needs to be. Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
Somebody play at 11. Somebody play at 4. Somebody play at 7. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We out here. I'm telling you, it works. Hey, NC Dub, tune in to the RTF. Y'all need to set up. However y'all need to set up, we got y'all. Telling you. But do college football fans want a longer season? That's what I want to ask you this. Do college football fans want a longer season? Is that why a lot of college football fans want? Is that why we deep down want a real playoff with more teams so we get a longer season? Because a lot of people don't like the NFL. Let's just be honest. A lot of people don't like the NFL.
No, I mean, in NFL, those games are straight, but they get kind of boring sometimes. And one, because there's way too many damn commercial breaks. This is way too many, like I said, TV timeouts and all that. Just too much going on. But college, yeah, I think college fans want more. They want more college football. I want to see my if I'm a student of a university, I want to see my team go up against some of the best in the country weekly. I want to see it as long as I can, because once really on a college campus, once football season ends, shit is boring. Like you got basketball going on, yeah, but
unless you got a good basketball team,
yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, and there's very few. You know what I'm saying? There's very few where you got a really good.
But when it is, I'm telling you, the one year SMU when they went to the tournament, I'm telling you, boy, it was lit. It was lit the entire season because they were good. Basketball arena, it's indoors, it's smaller, it's closer, it's compact. People in there going crazy. You actually get to be a fan too.
Yeah.
You know, if you're an athlete from another sport, you actually finally get to, be a fan and see what it's like to be out there, cheering your team on or whatever. So I think so. But you're right. When football is over for most campuses, it's dead.
It's dead.
It's dead until the next year. So
until maybe, it's dead. Yep, they didn't go on.
It's dead.
Nobody's going to track meets. Nobody's really going to baseball games. Unless you got a good baseball team.
But most schools don't have both. Most schools don't have a lot of dominant sports. Some do, but most don't.
Nope. It's like Alabama. Alabama football, great. Basketball, out of there.
Exactly. So they may be up in the SEC tournament trying to win some. So every other year, every few years or whatever, they have a guy like Sexton come through there and be able to win a game. 5-on-3? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whatever, something like that. But besides that, that it's football, Alabama football. What you know when you think about them, even though some of these days softball, I got good softball down there too sometimes. But hey, you think of football. When Bama, I know. Well, I'm gonna say I know, but when football's over at Bama, especially a school like that, when football's over, I don't give a damn how good the other teams are. Really, it's dead because they ain't that good.
Yeah. Yeah, it don't get better than that because you can't get 100,000 people in nowhere except in Alabama Stadium, and that's
You can't find 100,000 people that want to watch another sport at that school. Let's just be real.
yeah. Because the people that are Alabama fans, they're Alabama football fans. They don't care about Crimson Tide baseball, basketball.
They'll share it. They'll share the post.
Yeah,
They
but
ain't
they-
seen the game yet. I know
They-
one.
They
Yeah.
ain't gonna kill no tumor trees over no Alabama football. I mean,
Not
Alabama
over no
baseball.
softball loss or baseball loss. Promise you that. They ain't finna spend no time in the pen over the football. I mean, over the baseball team, basketball team, softball team, lacrosse team, none of that. But let that football team lose at Iron Bowl and see what they'll do.
They'll go upstate for that.
Oh, you hear me? Hey, they had too much Bama in me.
Are you telling me the trees are dead? No, but they gonna be.
No, they gonna be. Exactly. No one's doing that over any other sport there.
No.
But man, you know, at this time in the show, I always gotta do it. It's been a long time, so we really gotta do it, man. Mental health check. Let me know where you at, man. Business wise, man. Physically, man, and just life in general. Where you at?
Man, business wise, it's like work. It's more stressful than ever, man. It's kind of going to work, shot in the dart every day. So nobody knows really what's going on right now. Dreaded Archer wise, everything good. Got our first harvest with a bowl this weekend. Got 2 for the price of 1.
Dreaded Archer gang
already. Dreaded Archer podcast is in the works, man. It's gonna be called Ground Blind Conversations with the Dreaded Archer, which is me. So I'll be having people, my initial idea was having people sit in the ground blind with me and do conversations. But I thought, shit, that's gonna be hot. we get to sweating. So now it's just gonna be just me sitting up, just chatting with people about hunting and everything. I'm also thinking about putting together a little cooking show. You know what I'm saying? Dreaded Archer, the primal cuts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cook their deer meat or elk or all. They got different ways they cook it. When it comes to deer, people normally cook it basically two ways. They either grill the backstrap, they deep fry the backstrap, or so 3 ways, or they'll braise the leg. I'm taking it back, kind of little looking like beef, treating it like beef, and doing beef cuts on a deer, and I'm calling it primal cuts with the Dreaded Archer. So I'll teach you guys how to cook some of the stuff that I make, and so if you go out there and get yourself a deer, you can share your harvest with your family and friends and cook it the Dreaded Archer style. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
yeah. Bro. So those beer tacos, right?
Yeah.
I'm step out on the limb. I'm gonna do something with some venison. So that's gonna be the first episode. That's a little sneak peek. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all.
Okay.
It's gonna be straight. Physically, I feel pretty good. Been going to the gym with Dave again, hitting it every day. Kennard sent out a picture of us at senior year in prom, talking about something. He want to do a bet. Can we get down to that weight? We were in high school, like, bro, I was 170 some pounds. Ain't no way I'm trying to get down there. I get to 200, but I'm not getting down to 175 now. So I've been working out again, trying to get back in shape. Financial wise, man, it is what it is. I had a lot of stuff go down, so I'm hurting a little bit, but I'll bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Green Arrow's always going up.
Yes, sir. That's what we want to hear.
Oh yeah. So other than that, man, and mentally, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Just day to day.
Yeah. I was bragging on, speaking of the cooking, I was bragging on some of your cuts earlier, showing some people your Instagram and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Bro, people been hitting me up about that, bro, saying like, yo, I ain't never seen that.
Exactly. I'm not even going to say what it is because I want y'all to go to the Dreaded Archer Instagram and look and see what it is. I ain't playing with y'all.
Hey.
Go to the Dreaded Archer Instagram and look at it, and then you also might get, you might want to throw that on the show too because I think that's legit.
Hey, bro. Let me just let you know, I took, so normally when you break down a deer, take the shoulders off, take the back strap off, take the legs off, and boom, you're done. Bro, I took the legs off, shoulders off, where the rib cage and the pelvis meet, I whacked the pelvis off. So now in my freezer, I got the whole rib cage, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna use on the video, bro. I'm just gonna have the whole thing there and just show everybody from start to finish. Pow, 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 how to do
Do I
it.
look like a poser with my tag still on?
It's brand new.
I go take the other one. Yeah, y'all don't want to see that. Yeah, yeah. They think I'm a poser. I go take that bad boy out over there. No.
Hey, but hey, that you ain't no poser, brand. Shit, you been out there in the six. You done shot it. Some folks got bows on every day. Take pictures with it.
But yeah, man. Hey, for myself, mentally, I'm definitely on a bounce back. Losing Jen definitely threw me into a downward red arrow down mentally for sure. That and just battling back from that, trying to rebuild all that and everything like that, man. So mentally, man, I'd probably say I'm somewhere 1 or 10, man. I'm somewhere in that 5-6 range if we want to be real. You know what I'm saying? But it's good though. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of great things going on as well. As you know, recently engaged.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
Appreciate that. Dad life is treat me well. Nora girl.
Man, I can tell that she around you all the time because she got your facial expressions, all of them. All of them.
That's it, bro. See, man, that's been crazy, bro. She is definitely the best thing smoking.
Yeah. So it's real. Well, all our kids, Macy, Nora, Addie, they all got our features, man. Like you look at Macy, like, yep, that's Trey's child. You know what I'm saying? Like they we just them Reed genes, man.
Right. But I mean, Nora could definitely be mistaken for Tristan's daughter instead of mine.
Yeah, hey man, when you sent me when you first sent me a picture of her when she was just fresh out, I'm like, why you send me a picture of Addie? Because she like a baby. I mean, just spitting image, man.
I'm telling you, even now, like whenever the memories come up with Addie when she was younger, I'm just like, oh my goodness, like that's my baby right there. But it's not. It's crazy, bro.
It's the hair. You just don't hair is the only way you can tell them apart.
Exactly, man. So we are, like I said, engaged, baby. Everything's A1 Savage over here on that end. So my mental is definitely, I have things to lift me up, you know what I'm saying, when I'm feeling some type of way. But man, financially, I mean, everything's good. Definitely. Hey, we say hurting that little Colorado trip. Little Colorado trip was definitely out here. But
I'm telling you.
But you know how that is, man. Come and go. Let's go back and get it.
You need it. Exactly.
To go back and get it. But we had a great time out there too. That was definitely great for the mental, for both of us, I think. We just had a lot going on here recently. And that trip, man, we didn't care, bro. Like I said, we didn't even know Facebook. We didn't even know Facebook was gone.
Yep. Well, I tell people all the time, if you go on vacation, not even vacation, just leave your phone somewhere and go in the woods. I'm talking about get as far away from people as you possibly can, and you'll feel some type of way. You feel almost freer, like you're not weighed down by anything. And I don't know if it's all like the Wi-Fi and radio waves is kind of going through and constantly affecting our bodies. Because once you get out there in them sticks and ain't no service, no nothing, you just feel free, a little disconnected, but free. It's just, I don't know. I love it. Oh yeah, I love it too, man. We chilled out. I mean, we did the Alpine slide thing, 3,000 feet straight down the mountain. Or I can say straight down the mountain. It was wild, winding, but it was legit. We hiked. We hiked out there. We sat by some waterways, let the water flow, and just sat there, bro. I mean, it was definitely an experience. The last day we rode a gondola all the way up to the top of a mountain. They had some chairs set up out there. We sat down in the chairs and we just sat there, man. We just sat and looked, man,
and just watched and like look at this out here, bro. It was just beautiful. So that definitely was another boost to my mental, which leads me into my next though. The Colorado trips also leads me into my next thing, which is the physical, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was telling Brooke, I was like, hey, the last time we were here, your boy was in a lot better shape. I'll tell you that right now. Like, I was like, golly, we got to hiking, bro. And like I didn't even say nothing, obviously, until we got back to the room. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. When we got back to the room, I was like, I was hurting. Like,
you
bro,
got to change your breathing patterns.
man, I'm telling you, like it was wild. And I was like, damn, boy, you gotta get ready with it. But I'm back with it. Obviously, you know, I gotta be in that tip top shape for the big day.
Yeah,
so I'm definitely gonna be turning up in the gym. But you know me, I'm booby, so it's 2 weeks and I'm back. So
yeah, it don't take long.
exactly. And then if I went financially and physically, I just gave both of them right there. So I'm good, man. At the end of the day, you know, I know I was gone, but I'm back, baby. RTL, we back. And we're gonna be back on a weekly basis, man.
And 5 weeks, bro.
5 weeks and counting.
5 weeks, and South Dakota Bucks calling.
5 weeks and counting. I know I've been staring behind your head this whole time. I've been staring behind your head this whole time, man. Because I gotta give me one. Chip, he just right over there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do all that. I ain't gotta go up there to get him, but he right over there. Where he's supposed to be, racked out over there.
There's some big ones, man. There's some big ones.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. But as always, bro, any last words?
Yeah, man. Hey, deer season is in full swing everywhere, all states for archery. Anyways, if you ain't got a bow, go get one. Go get you some deer meat. Fill your freeze up, because like I said earlier, they don't recall venison.
They don't recall venison.
Ain't no recalls. Organic meat, baby.
Most definitely.
Or you got some time to go get you a tag. If you're in Arkansas, Texas, go to Walmart. If you're in a state that you got to do a draw, if you missed a draw date, I'm sorry for you. But if you state where like Arkansas, Texas, we can just walk in and get them over the counter. Go get you some over the counter tags. Go get you a rifle or whatever you want to use, and go get you some deer meat. I promise you won't regret it.
I promise you won't regret it. And for me, my last words right here, I just want to give y'all a little announcement for my last words, because there's another event I want to put out there for y'all to be able to go to. Take your kiddos out. It's going to be great. It's going to be cool. Donnie Reed's got some really, really good things going on for Texarkana, and this is going to be one of them to start it off right here. Fall Festival coming to you October 30th, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's on a Saturday. There's going to be fun, games, prizes, Candyland, beanbag toss, photo, props, crafts, food, ring toss, costume contest. And if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a little haunted house activity that's going to be there. And that's going to be at Washington School, sponsored by I Am Hero. And that's at 1900 Marietta Street, Texarkana, Arkansas, 71854 is the area code. We will have this posted on the Dreaded Archer, not the Dreaded Archer page, or he might post it on there as well. But we will have this posted on the RTL page for you guys to go like and share. And we want to get as many kids and families out as possible.
Oh man, them fall festivals be the lick, man. I remember back in the day making that circuit, baby. Got to go to Pleasant Grove, be there all day, get a bag of candy. You go over to the mall, First Baptist Church, man. Hey boy, you hit that circuit, man.
I'm telling you, man, it's not like it used to be though. But hey, we're coming back with it right here with the Fall Festival. It's gonna be over at Washington School, like I said. Cakewalk. I forgot to mention that right there. Bring friends and family. It's big on the flyer. We're gonna get that flyer posted. Bring friends and family. We want to get a lot of friends and family with kiddos out to this event. So if y'all can do that for me, that'd be great. But I guess it's time, man. It's been so long since I've done it.
I know, right?
But anyway, this has been another episode of the RTL Season 2, Episode 9. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed, and we are out.
Later.
What? It's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say what?